Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in with Coach KZ and Majestic Life Solutions. So, I want to talk about just a little bit about like some things that I'll be talking about how some people can, how basically how wealthy people sometimes can influence or brainwash others. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Okay, so I just want you to hear like how Combs did his manipulation and stuff like that because this you got to understand that it be impact on others, and that's how sometimes people can brainwash other people just because they wealthy, or then they look up to them, basically just say like if they wealthy, you know how like some people look up to them and they be their role model, or they want to follow after that person because that person is wealthy and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into it. Okay.
Caption that Diddy had posted a photo from Kit Kat Club, which was an institution for his Bad Boy label at some point in 1996. And in this image, he was purportedly revealing some private details about the Bad Boy label. What supposedly is addressed by Diddy appears to be direct strongly to pierce through the self-esteem of the budding musicians who may have no sense of maintaining independence in their professions, and then mold them to fit in with the world of stars with the intention of keeping a tight grip on their careers. Hence, the formulation of the mentioned plotline might do no more than to demonstrate a fake portrayal of the artistic world with future artists placed entirely at another individual's will and desire of making money. There was a perception that Diddy had posted a
So
photo from Kit Kat Club.
basically, you know how like somebody stunts around like, oh, I got like this, I got this and got that, and so a lot of people start having in their mind like, dang, how did they get that? How did they get that money? How did they get that? Or if they're a rapper or something like that, like, or and you can manipulate them and by bringing them in by, oh, I'm gonna get you a role in this play, or I'm supposed to get you on this track, I'm supposed to do this and do that, so they manipulate like that. You understand what I'm saying? While wealthy individuals, like someone with power or influence, can sometimes use psychological tactics to manipulate others into act in the way that aligns with their goals. Ooh, their goals. Okay. While brainwashing is a strong term, it refers to the process of influencing someone's thoughts, beliefs, and actions, often without their full awareness. Okay, so when I say full awareness, that means only thing that the person is going to be worried about basically is what they're gonna be worried about. They're gonna be worried about, okay, well, I'm trying to make this money. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to be like this one. This is my role model. He can't. He became successful in whatever he was doing. So if he bring me in, then I know that I can jump the broom. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how people get manipulated by sometimes wealthy people. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how they take advantage of people like that. You understand like that? So I'm gonna say it like this, like how he said Cassie, like he gonna ruin her career and do all that stuff because he done got her own. But if you do something, you're gonna do something out of kindness of your heart, not to actually bring them in for sex, not to bring them in to try to use them in any kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, you just got to know what you're doing in life. I talk about it all the time. You got to know what you're doing in life, and it also it comes with a mindset. You have to have a strong mind, and you have to be a strong individual to have a desire to create your own life, and not just look at somebody else's life from the outside and thinking it's all cool. And then when you get in a lot of drama, a lot of mess and stuff like that, then that's what happens. Sometimes in the world. You know. So wealth comes from social influence and authority. Many people view the wealthy as role models. I just and experts, assuming their success is proof of superior knowledge and ability. Okay, so you got to understand that you just because you're looking on at that person from the outside and you haven't even got to know that person, but what is that person motives of you, because they bringing you in. What is their motives? You got to notice. That's why I say you got to change your mindset on things that you do in life. Because if you don't change your mindset, then if that person bring you in just because willing you in, that's just like how a pastor can say, I done heard this, and they said some about a young dude or something. I ain't gonna say the pastor name or whatever because it's not my business. But anyways, I heard the pastor said that he was gonna make the dude get be a pastor, get his own church and all that stuff. But it was for his own sexual desire that he was only craving. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what wealthy people do sometimes. Not all, some. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, I want to create my own stuff. I don't want to just go down the path of somebody else's life, because if you trying to get it a easy way out, sometimes it's you get in easy, but it's hard to get out. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to get out with stuff like that, because when a person start paying for your goals and whatever you have, whatever you want to succeed in life, when they start paying for that, that's the control issue. They think they have control over your whole entire life. So you have to change your mindset on doing your goals on your own, completing your goals on your own, because don't get it the easy way out. Start from the bottom and bottom to the top. You understand? And that'll make you feel good in the inside about yourself. Okay. Bam. This perception can lead to a willingness to follow their advice, but the behavior, even when it's not aligned with theirs, they own values and interests. So when you're not doing something that you want them to do, just like how I showed y'all the video about the girl, she gave the pastor HIV or whatever. So you remember that video. So therefore he hires her because there was a motive. He had a desire for that woman. You understand what I'm saying? He hired her because she looked good to him. She probably smelled it good. Her hair was nice. She probably all this stuff. So he hired her because he wanted to have sex with her, and he was a married man. So you have to understand that everything that you do comes from the mind. So she he didn't know that she had HIV, but she did the wrong thing by giving him HIV because he fired her. Uh huh. Yeah. But she did the wrong thing to give him HIV because he fired her. But my thing is, if you're gonna hire a coworker, or if you're gonna hire anybody, or if you have intentions on doing something freaky or whatever you're doing with them or whatever, don't even tell give them some basically ask them, basically saying, I can help you with your problem. You know what I'm saying? I can help you with your problem, but you have a motive in your head that you already caped up. You understand? So, you guys, I sure hope that helps somebody, and understand this. Understand this. This narrative can convince others to adapt to similar mindsets and behavior, even if they are not in the position to benefit in the same way. So don't look at somebody else's life and think that it's all gravy or something like that. Sometimes people have different motives for you. When you go out there and say, I want to do it the easy way out. Sometimes the hard way is the best way. Okay, always understand that.